What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 mistakes you need to avoid in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. 10 things that you do, I do, I mean every single person does these type of things, and it could cause a lot of damage. It could cause you guys to play horribly and always complain that the game is bad, and even though it's not the game's fault whatsoever, a lot of us like to complain that it is. And you know, like, just follow these guys, check these out. These are 10 things you need to seriously stop doing within Modern Warfare right now. Now before we get into the video, if you guys could drop a like on this one, that would be truly appreciated. We're gonna go for 1,017 on this one. If you guys could subscribe to the channel if you're new around here with those notifications turned on, and let me know your biggest mistake, whether it's on this list or not, down in the comments below. And I'm gonna tell you guys mine is reloading after every single kill. I always do that and it always leads to something bad, but we're gonna talk about that later on in the video. First, let's talk about mistake number 10, and then we'll go on our way down to number 1 from there. So number 10 is actually the reloading addiction. You know what, I'm gonna talk about it first. I have no choice, I just mentioned it. And man, reloading after every single kill out in the open where you don't go to cover, you have like 20 bullets left in your magazine, and you decide, you know what, I just killed one guy, I better reload to make sure. And then as you're reloading, other dudes come out of nowhere and start popping you, and that's the worst thing to happen, man. So what you should be doing is reloading after every kill. Sure, if you have that addiction, I mean, go for it. I have it, but at least try to find cover, at least try to get in a corner somewhere where the enemies can't actually get to you while you're reloading and stuff like that. Now if you have 20 bullets left in your mag, guys, trust me, you can still get 2 or 3 kills. You don't need to reload that gun, but we all do it anyways. At number 9, we got sticking to using the same gun even when you're doing bad. Now this has 2 bad things towards it. One, if you're using the M4A1 for example every single game, every single day, and then you start doing bad with it, and then you just try to continue using it again, that is really bad. You're not gonna have better games. Switch weapons, try to play with something new. You might find a gun that actually works a lot better for you than the same gun that you're always using. But not only that, if you don't switch weapons and stuff, you're not gaining extra XP, you're not leveling up, you're not getting anywhere closer to being where you want to be. So make sure you guys always switch it up, play the smaller guns on the smaller maps and the bigger guns on the bigger maps. Now number 8, I want to talk about this one, and this one is something that a lot of people still don't use whatsoever, and I don't know why, but the compass is in the game for a reason. The compass is that little red bar on the top of your screen. That is there for a very important reason. That shows you where the enemies are shooting from, what directions they're in, and all that kind of stuff. And now if you look at the mini-map, it doesn't show red dots when people shoot, but if you look at the compass, it shows you everything you need to know. If there's someone in front of you shooting, it's going to put a red dot exactly where they're at. So definitely start using the compass. A lot of people die because they don't look at it. Now a lot of people say you can't see where the enemies are shooting from, but you definitely can with the compass. So guys, try to get used to looking at that. I know it's hard, it's like on the top of your screen. You're not used to it if you played older CODs. No one ever looks at the compass, but trust me, go ahead and use it to your advantage. It's going to help you out a lot. It's a huge game changer. Now number 7, I want to talk about sacrificing mobility for recoil control. A lot of people do this as well. You pick up a weapon and you find that it has a lot of recoil, so you go into the gunsmith and you start putting on a bunch of attachments that put the recoil lower. It gives you a lot easier control and stuff like that, but once you do that, you're actually sacrificing a few things. You're sacrificing the sprint out speed of your character, your movement speed, your ADS speed, and even your sprint to fire speed. So make sure, guys, that you're not sacrificing all of that just to have a little better recoil control. What you want to be doing is maximizing your movement speed, maximizing your sprint out speed, sprint to fire speed, and definitely you want to max that ADS speed, because if someone has a faster ADS speed than you, chances are they'll kill you 9 out of 10 times. So unless you're camping, trust me, you want to work on controlling your recoil yourself without using attachments that actually force it to control itself. So trust me, guys, you need all that movement speed you could possibly get, unless you're one of those guys who sits in the same corner every single game, every single map, every single minute, every single second. Trust me, don't sacrifice your movement speed or your mobility for recoil control. Number 6 is double sprinting literally everywhere. A lot of people do this. That's a new feature in this COD. Other CODs didn't have it, so I get it. It's cool. It gets you around the map a lot faster than you actually would with just a single sprint and stuff like that. And when you're double sprinting, not only is it going to cause your ADS to be very slow and your sprint to fire speed to be very slow, it's also really bad because you're going to be running into doorways, you're going to be sprinting out in the open, you're going to be sprinting around corners, and the enemies are just going to be waiting for you and easily drop you down. And once you're double sprinting, even if you see an enemy, it's going to take a lot longer than if you were just regularly sprinting to aim down sights and go get that kill. So trust me guys, double sprint, but only do it if you have to get away from an enemy, or if you just spawned and you want to get closer to the mid part of the map a lot faster. At number 5, we have not completing daily challenges or any ribbons. The ribbons are the ones that you get for the new seasons. I believe it's like 100 challenges or something like that that you could complete. And a lot of people don't do these. A lot of people don't do the daily challenge, and a lot of people don't do the ribbons whatsoever. And I mean, I understand why your stats will get reset once you hit level 155 anyways on the next season, but it's still fun to do. It's still fun to level up your character and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you guys are completing all of that in order to level up a lot faster and whatnot. Now, if you're one of those people who just really doesn't care, then this doesn't really go for you. You don't really qualify in this position to actually go for these challenges and stuff, but trust me, they're still fun to do. Go ahead and do it. Now, let's go on to the number 4 spot, and that is not playing the objective. Now, this has a lot of negatives to it. Okay, sure, you might be one of those players who likes to go for kills, and that's okay, but once the enemy holds 2 flags in domination, for example, like A flag and B flag, you have a very small area in the map where you could actually spawn. Your team has the C flag, meaning that you're only going to be spawning where the C flag is. You can't spawn at other ends of the map. If they own the B flag, you're not spawning towards the middle of the map or anything like that. And this means that the enemies will always know where you guys are going to start spawning at, and they're going to be killing you a lot. They know exactly where you're coming from. They're holding both the objectives, the middle map one and their spawn one, and then it's just going to be a lot worse for you guys to get out of a spawn trap and try to get that B flag back. So yeah, sure, go for a bunch of kills, do what you gotta do, but trust me guys, make sure that you actually try to play a little bit of the objective. You don't want to be one of those dudes who's getting spawn trapped and then you blame the game for having horrible spawns when you literally put that on yourself. So make sure you guys don't do that. Number 3 is rushing literally in the middle of the map over and over again. This is something that I have trouble with too as well. I'm not going to deny that one, and that just kind of sucks as well, because once you rush towards the middle of the map, there's so many areas people could get you from. Let's just look at Piccadilly, for example. Anywhere you stand on the map, you see the middle map, so if someone's right in the middle, you could easily get them out. But now let's take a different map, and Shoot House, for example, which is a little harder to see the middle of the map, but you could see it from both spawn points, and you could see it from both sides if you actually go to the entranceways to the sides, and it's just really somewhere you don't want to be, because a lot of enemies are going to be able to see you there, and they're going to be able to kill you over and over and over again. So make sure, if you guys want to rush a lot, stick to the sides of the maps rather than the middle. At the number 2 spot, this is something I wanted to talk about a lot, because this happens a lot to me, and this has to do with COD timing as well. If you guys know what that is, COD timing is basically you look in one area for a very long time, the second you turn around an enemy pops out and kills you, but the whole time you were looking there before, there was no one there whatsoever. But this one kind of goes with that, so you stay posted up looking at one area way too long. Now, if you're looking in that area, enemies might not come, you might get 1 or 2 kills, and you might stay there for a little while longer, but during all this, all the while, the enemies are actually flanking around to come and kill you. So make sure that you guys don't stay posted in one area for way too long. It's not worth it at the end of the day. They're easily going to be able to get you out and all that kind of stuff. And not only that, if COD timing really is some sort of weird science that no one understands, the second you look away, you're going to die anyways, because that's what it does, man. So make sure that you're not posted up in one area way too long. Now, the number 1 that I want to talk about is something I've spoken about before, and I have to talk about this. Maybe not for you guys, maybe you guys don't do this as much as I do, but I still do it, and I feel like the more I talk about it, the less I do it, so it kind of helps me in a way as well. So number 1, stop seeking revenge. If somebody kills you in the game, don't go back to get them. It's just going to screw up your whole entire thought process, your whole entire mindset, and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to go and seek that revenge, because he's going to be waiting for you. He might be in a corner, kill you. You might be like, nah, dude, I'm not dying to camper. You might want to rush him again, go back from him, but then he's going to be in a whole different corner waiting to kill you. Then you go, no, dude, this guy's really starting to get me angry. So you go back to get him again, and this time he's in a whole different area, but he knows exactly where you're coming from, and he gets you again. And then you just go repeat that process over and over again until you die 6 times in a row and blame the game mechanics and all that kind of stuff. So guys, don't seek revenge. It's just really not worth it. But nonetheless, that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys could drop a like I said, we're going to go for 1017 on this one. That would be super dope. Now let me know down in the comments below if you make any mistake on this list, and if you make any other type of mistake that I haven't mentioned. Guys, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and with those notifications turned on, we're less than 1,000 away from 520,000, which is absolutely crazy to think of. Anyways, thank you for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.